The purple moon floated in the air, both of its eyes emitting a purple light of killing intent. Looking carefully, one could also see that it was slowly descending. 138000100. Duanchong, looks like you survived a great calamity. To think that you actually learned the Purgatory Vermilion Bird. But that's fine too. Today I will capture you together with that brat. 2 balls of purple light appeared under the purple moon's feet. It looked like he was stepping on 2 purple balls. Break! The purple moon did not continue to resist the suction force from the Purgatory Vermilion Bird and fiercely descended. The 2 purple light balls beneath its feet fiercely smashed into the ground, causing the ground to shake violently as the area where it had just engulfed the purple flame beast had suddenly cracked open. Waves of purple light leaked out from the ground, as if a large amount of purple lava was gushing out from the ground. The ground 3,000 meters around the purple moon cracked open. Purple light shot out from the cracks one after another, followed by the simultaneous cries of 10,000 beasts coming from the ground. All of the cracks in the ground were shattered by the sound of the roars, and many vicious purple flame beasts came out from the ground, rushing forward in a domineering manner. Xianxia watched in shock. The strength of this purple moon was simply too strong. He had seen Feng Clan S, Flying Immortal School S, felt that this purple moon was even stronger than Zhao Yipper found, and should be on the same level as the Demon Empress. The purple moon looked very young, and must be someone whose cultivation had increased by leaps and bounds. But why would he appear here? This kind of person should have flown up a long time ago. Moreover, he was very familiar with Duanchong. I don't only have control over the Purgatory Vermilion Bird. Duanchong's face was now extremely serious. Seeing his serious look, Xianxia immediately made mental preparations, and this sloppy old man became serious. He should be very powerful. Purgatory Evil Dragon, appear! Green veins popped out from Duanchong's face, his eyes staring straight ahead. The withered old man's body suddenly swelled up. He looked extremely intrepid. The bulging of his body caused his clothes to burst, revealing his muscles. The ground behind him started to crack. Lines of red-eyed 2-headed dragons roared out from the cracks, their mouths spitting out black evil chi. In the blink of an eye, over 1,000 gigantic dragons with bodies as large as mountains appeared behind Duanchong. Their thick bodies were filled with deep black scales that shot out evil energy in all directions. Hurry up and leave. This level of battle will affect you, Su Meiyao shouted. This old fellow is really amazing, Xianxia exclaimed. He turned and ran, and at the same time the 1,000 evil dragons flew towards the 10,000 purple flame beasts. In that moment when both sides clashed, it made people feel like the entire Heaven Thunder Purgatory was being destroyed. Xianxia quickly left the battlefield. Although he could not see what was happening behind him, he could still hear terrifying sounds and vibrations from that place. He knew that the fierce battle had only just begun. It should be the modifications made by the Beast Slain method. Xianxia guessed, although he did not have the Beast Slain method, it was very similar to the description inside the ground killing. Beast Slain method is relatively easy to learn. Moreover, it is what 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord is most proficient in. He is a lion in the first place. Back then, the ancestors of the ancient powers were all followers of the 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord. So the 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord must have taught them many improved and easy-to-learn Heaven-Earth killing methods. Long Shui said, I feel that some of the techniques in our Imperial Dragon race have the shadow of the Heaven-Earth killing method. Now that Xianxia caused such a commotion, and he did not expect that Purple Moon Imperial Land's leader would actually be such a strong person, he did not dare find Gu Dongqin and the others right now, in case there was an ambush. Xianxia felt that this was the name given to this place a long time ago. Duan Sanchong's grandfather, Duanchong, had been here for a long time and had learned 2 powerful skills, the Purgatory Vermilion Bird and the Purgatory Evil Dragon. The White Tiger had also said that this was a trap set up for the 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord by a mysterious and powerful force back then. Xianxia wandered around here for 3 days. Other than running into a few fierce beasts, he did not discover anything else. The sky had just begun to brighten when Xianxia slept on top of a tree. When he jumped down, he saw Duanchong smiling at him. Xianxia was shocked. He regained his senses and asked, Senior, Are you done fighting? Duanchong had already changed into a clean set of black clothes. He played with his messy white hair and sighed. We were evenly matched, but I still had the chance to win. Who would have thought that a fellow who claims to be from the Ghost Sage would suddenly appear with a large group of people who are neither human nor ghost, killing everyone here. The one leading the group is very strong, so we can only end it for now and go deal with those things. Ghost Sage? There was another Heaven Devil King from before. How many strange and powerful fellows were there in this Heaven Thunder Purgatory? Senior, you have been here for so long. Do you not know the background of that Ghost Sage? Xianxia asked. I don't know, but I know about the Sky Demons. However, that fellow seemed to have been annihilated. His army of Sky Demons is currently in a mess, and there were even a few Sky Demons that appeared to fight to be the ruler, and then a few Heaven Devil King-s appeared. Duanchong said with a helpless expression on his face. This group of Sky Demons is not much of a threat, but the Ghost Sage that just appeared is quite impressive. If this Heaven Thunder Purgatory can be used by outsiders to easily enter, then there must be something fishy. Then they won't come after us, right? Xianxia was a little worried about that fellow called Ghost Sage. What are you afraid of? Even if you come, I can give you some time to run away. Duanchong patted Xianxia's shoulder and laughed. You can obtain the entire ground killing. Your future will be limitless. The purgatory killing technique was only modified from the ground killing, while the Purple Moon's Purple Moon Beast killing technique was modified from the Beast Slain method. Xianxia nodded. He had guessed it right before. Senior, why would a green dragon demon-slain broadsword appear in the Chun martial continent? Xianxia asked. This was the answer he always wanted to know. I'm not too sure either. I only know that 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord had his two good friends hide the green dragon demon-slain broadsword back then. Duanchong shook his head. Xianxia thought for a while, then asked, Who are 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord's two friends? Duanchong recalled the historical fragments he had obtained. A dragon and a flame lion. As expected. Took a deep breath. A lion is that super old fire beast. The super old fire beast said before that he was sealed up by a dragon that was related to the imperial dragon race. Xianxia remembered that to enter the core of the earth from the Yu Ming deep abyss, he had to use a green dragon demon-slain broadsword. The reason he had obtained the green dragon demon-slain broadsword and the profound wood diamond armor was all because of the four-phase magic kung fu, and the four-phase magic kung fu came from the Taiji dragon-suppressed kung fu, which was also passed down from the imperial dragon race. It was not hard to guess that the people who had established the profound realm and the path to the core of the earth should be the super old fire beast and that dragon. The number of people inside the Heaven Thunder Purgatory grew larger and larger. The news that Xianxia had asked him to release had already spread throughout the entire human realm, and it was hard for those large powers to hide it even if they wanted to. Moreover, they were quite safe when they came in, and would only be struck by lightning if they were unlucky. This way, the big powers would find it difficult to enslave the rogue cultivators to do their work for them, and because Xianxia had saved a group of them, the evil deeds of the ancient powers would be known to everyone, and once those people left the Heaven Thunder Purgatory, the reputation of the ancient powers would spread far and wide. Although rogue cultivators didn't have any power, they were the largest group. Now that the ancient powers were bullying them like this, they would definitely join forces. If they let those rogue cultivators with the surname of Blood find out, they might be oppressed. Xianxia and Duanchong were currently at the gathering place for itinerant cultivators and wanted to find out some news about the Purple Moon Imperial Land. It made him a little unhappy to have such a powerful leader. He wanted to secretly cut the Purple Moon Imperial Land down and cause heavy losses for it. The rogue cultivators rushed into Heaven Thunder Purgatory like the tide. Because there were many Sparite Vein here, with luck, they could hunt pretty good demon beasts or obtain some genius treasures. It could be said that this place was filled with treasures. Some business-savvy people even organized a group of people to take the materials and quickly build a city here, a house. Xianxia and Duanchong were in a semi-finished city. Although the entire city was only normally completed, there were a lot of people already. There were already a lot of people gathered inside the Heaven Thunder City. After the Heaven Thunder City's ban was lifted, many people gathered around. Elder Duan, what exactly do you have to do here? Xianxia used a pill to exchange for a small house. The Heaven Thunder Purgatory would not close soon, so he had to stay here for a while. Right now, he and Duanchong were in the small house. In the small courtyard, Duanchong frowned and sighed. To tell you the truth, I can't leave for the time being. There's a very mysterious power in this damn place that has trapped me here. I can't leave through that tunnel. And every once in a while, I get attacked by a power that is similar to Nirvana Doom. Oh! Xianxia did not expect what the White Tiger said to be true. No wonder he did not allow Yanran and the others to come. He guessed that some kind of power here could sense the bloodlines and make a judgment from them, trapping these people. Duanchong laughed and said with complete optimism, "But nothing will happen to me. My Duan clan can be said to be the best in the world to flee for our lives. And the reason why my strength has increased by leaps and bounds over the years is all thanks to those ridiculous attacks." Xianxia said, "This place has special powers to deal with the descendants of the loyal subjects in the 10 Heavens Supreme Lord. Fortunately, I did not let the intestines enter. That brat had already found the clue you left behind, and almost came here." Duanchong anxiously said, "Don't ever let my Duan clan's men in. We were already cursed, and coming in here will only make things worse. But this guy is not bad. He actually managed to dig the grave of the flying immortal school." Xianxia didn't know whether to laugh or cry. "You're hurting him. He's the one who did this. He's being kicked out of the Duan clan right now, or else the Duan clan will be in trouble." "What's wrong with that? I've also experienced this kind of thing back then, and being kicked out is a good thing. In the future, this kid can't blame the Duan clan for anything. If he has the ability to dig the grave of the flying immortal school, then he has the ability to dig the grave of the ancestor of other traitors." Duan Sanchong was already an elder of the Dragon Subduing School, and the people inside the Dragon Subduing School were people who could cause great trouble. If others were to find out that they had gathered together, there would definitely be many old fellows who would find it difficult to sleep. "Elder Duan, do you think that it's possible for the celestial slain method to be hidden here?" Xianxia asked. Duanchong had been in here for so long, he must know something about this place. Duanchong was startled. He did not expect Xianxia to ask that, because this was also the reason he came here before. He was not afraid that the celestial slain method could be obtained by Xianxia, as it all depended on luck to obtain the celestial slain method. He felt that Xianxia himself possessed the ground-killing and the green dragon demon-slain broadsword. It was very possible that he could find the celestial slain method in here. "I came here to look for this thing. I also got some clues from the tomb of the flying immortal school's old ancestor. When that old fellow died, he brought a book with him, which recorded down some trivial things." Duanchong lowered her voice and continued. "At that time, 10 Heavens Supreme Lord brought many people in, and they were almost completely annihilated, causing 10 Heavens Supreme Lord to retreat after being heavily injured. I'm not too sure about the specifics, but after being heavily injured, 10 Heavens Supreme Lord returned 3 years later. Could it be that he came here to hide the celestial slain method? Why is that? This is his place and could be said to be the enemy's territory. It's very unlikely that he would come here to store such an important thing." Xianxia shook his head. Duanchong nodded his head. "That was what I had thought initially, but that old fellow from Flying Immortal School had recorded that 10 Heavens Supreme Lord had entered here to set up an ambush, using the celestial slain method to attract people, and had let many traitors come to look for him. This caused a bloodbath once again, and many big fellows from the traitor powers died here." "Oh right. Where did you get your ground killing from?" Xianxia grinned. "I won it." "You won it." Duanchong's face was full of doubt. Xianxia briefly described the matter of the bet. "This idiot actually dares to use such a thing to gamble. But even if he wants to come, it's useless. Those without courage will only be courting death if they learn this thing." Duanchong looked at Xianxia and asked, "Have you been to the 10 Heavenly Sacred Mountain? Did you find anything in there?" Xianxia replied, "Found the God-slain method and the heavenly alchemy." Duanchong took a deep breath. "These are all good stuff. Don't let anyone know that you have heavenly alchemy, and it's best if you don't use it for others to see. This is a taboo. You should be clear about that." Xianxia was stunned. After thinking about it carefully, this was indeed a taboo. It could refine all things into pills. If people were to be discovered refining them into pills, they would definitely be wanted by the three realms. This thing is more powerful than heaven-earth killing method, even though it's a divine art. There were several levels of divine arts as well, but for many people, the lowest level of divine arts was extremely precious. And the heavenly alchemy can be considered a higher-level divine art. The heaven-earth killing method is slightly lower. Duanchong warned Xianxia with a serious face. So that's how it is. No wonder the 10 Heavens Supreme Lord said that he only learnt a few of them and did not learn them fully. Xianxia nodded heavily. Duanchong knew many secrets about the 10 Heavens Supreme Lord. He was the patriarch of the Duan clan, and he knew everything the Duan clan had gathered over the years. Elder Duan, do you know where the Emperor's tomb is? The 10 heavenly holy mountains are not. Xianxiang really wanted to go and observe the 10 heavenly saint mountain. It was shocking, but it was just a deceptive thing, and for all these years there were many people who had been trapped inside. I don't know either, but according to the ancient books of my Duan clan, when the time comes, he'll appear in the world and he should be hiding in an extremely powerful profound realm. I feel that Ditian should at least recover his position back then and be above the 9 heavens and 10 great earth. Duanchong was only guessing, but Xianxiang felt that it was very possible. Do you really need heaven-earth killing method to enter the Emperor's tomb? This was a saying that had been passed down from many ancient powers. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a large group of people coming to the Pill City to capture him. That's right, we do not know the details, but we need to gather all the heaven-earth killing method. It is said that if we want to pass through the main gate of the Emperor's tomb unscathed, we need to grasp the heaven-earth killing method. Xianxiang sighed lightly. Right now, I only have the ground killing and the god slain method, and I don't have much control over them. If only the celestial slain method was here. I've been here for so long, but I don't have any idea what's going on. If there's any news, I'll come to this house and leave some news, Duanchong said. Duanchong would not stay in the same place for too long. He warned Xianxiang. You must not find the Purple Moon Imperial Land. This guy came back from the heaven realm. He seems to think that there's a celestial slain method here as well. How many people know that the heaven-earth killing method has been split? Not many. There might only be 5 of them, but they won't spread word of this. Otherwise, others will fight over them. Right now, that Purple Moon is not the strongest out of all of the Purple Moon Imperial Land. I dare say that he did not say anything, or else there would be more of them. Duanchong warned Xianxiang about the things he needed to pay attention to, and then he left the city. He felt that the change in the Heaven Thunder Purgatory was likely due to the influence of some power, and he would continue to explore the secrets of this place. Not long after Duanchong left, they heard a loud shout. The people of Purple Moon Imperial Land are entering the city. Quickly gather up and surround them. Let them see how many of us loose cultivators will die no matter how many they come. Right now, even if the Purple Moon Imperial Land were to pacify those people, it would be difficult for them to quell the anger of the loose cultivators. These loose cultivators all agreed that if they did not teach the Purple Moon Imperial Land a lesson now, perhaps there would be a day when the Purple Moon Imperial Land would do such a thing and bully the loose cultivators again, and they would be one of the ones bullied. Xianxiang obviously wanted to see who the hero of Purple Moon Imperial Land was, to actually dare to come here at this time. Xianxiang floated in the air and looked down at the small clearing that was surrounded by tens of thousands of people. There were many people in the air right now, and all of them had their innate qi in their hands, so as long as the few Purple Moon Imperial Land people below flew up, they would attack. The people of Purple Moon Imperial Land were 3 young men and 2 old men. They wore the clothes of the Purple Moon Imperial Land, and it was very eye-catching to see a bright moon hanging from their purple robes, and it was difficult to not recognize them. These fellows came here with such high profile, they must have done it on purpose. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so stupid, a large man said. Do they think we're just talking? An old man laughed coldly. A strong, bearded, middle-aged man floated in the air and shouted to the people below. You little rascal from Purple Moon Imperial Land, cut off your own arms and leave. Otherwise, we will chop you all into pieces and hang your corpses at the city gates as sacrifices for your brothers and sisters who were killed by you. These words caused the crowd to be excited. It was not only the Purple Moon Imperial Land, but many ancient powers too. All these ancient powers were the enemies of these rogue cultivators. They were also hated by many people. A motley crowd. Do you think you guys can kill us? Wishful thinking, arrogant brats, you probably don't know our strength. A young man looked at the people around him with disdain. The sword in his hand glimmered with a cold light as he unleashed his killing intent, making it so that no one dared to approach him. All of you get out of the way, or else we won't hold back. One of the old men's tone was cold and gloomy. It was obvious that he was not afraid of these people attacking him, and they even had the intention of attacking him. Everyone, get out of the way. Leave these fellows to us. They do not know how to repent, and yet they came here to provoke us. Today we cannot let them leave this place. An old man floating in the air said slowly. Just as the old man finished speaking, Xianxia dived down. A golden-red glow flickered on one of his arms, transforming into a gigantic dragon claw. The dragon power crashed into his arm, releasing a terrifying aura, causing the floor to shatter. It's Xianxia, an old man from the Purple Moon Imperial Land roared. He anxiously took out a large blade and slashed at Xianxia, who was rushing down. With its gigantic dragon claw, the dragon aura surged and its might overflowed into the heavens, reaching above the old man's head and enveloping him. The old man originally thought that with one slash, he would be able to slash through Xianxia's attack, but the moment the dragon claw came down, his treasured blade was instantly shattered. His withered old body was pressed onto the ground by the dragon claw. The dragon power struck his body, causing his muscles and bones to crack and his entire body to bleed profusely. Humph, I was originally tricked into this place by the Purple Moon Imperial Land. These dog-shit ancient powers, they trapped us inside the Heaven Thunder City, and in order to leave, we did not hesitate to pay the spars to come here, but coming here, they forced us to become their slaves, and even took our storage magic treasures. Xianxia's words caused a burst of anger to rise in everyone's heart. You're slandering us. Seeing how strong Xianxia's appearance was, an elder of the Purple Moon Imperial Land, who had heavily injured them with a single strike, was no longer confident. What he said is true, we are the victims. If not for him, we might still be helping you dig out Spar. That's right, he saved us. Your Purple Moon Imperial Land is the one spouting nonsense. You evil sects. Evil sect. Purple Moon Imperial Land is a evil sect. There's also Feng Clan, Flying Immortal School, Xianxia. They are all evil sections. Annihilate the evil sects that are oppressing us. Everyone was filled with rage as they let out waves of furious roars. Young hero Shin, use your green dragon demon-slain broadsword to kill them. Right? Kill them all. Xianxia had indeed summoned his green dragon demon-slain broadsword, and when the divine blade appeared, its power was boundless, intimidating everyone present, causing them to stop talking. They all retreated closer to Xianxia and could feel the boiling power inside the blade. Don't even think about killing us. The old man extended his hand out. He actually wanted to snatch the divine blade, but Xianxia did not let him succeed. Taking a step, he moved behind the old man like a ghost, and with one slash, chopped off his head. Little bastard. Give me your life. He had been roaring all day long, but upon hearing this voice, Xianxia was startled. The person who had just arrived was actually Leader. Previously, when Duanchong had left, he had warned Xianxia not to provoke this Purple Moon. After Xianxia heavily injured and killed the old man from Purple Moon Imperial Land, it was obviously not a coincidence that the Purple Moon suddenly appeared. Everyone suddenly understood that the Purple Moon Imperial Land had intentionally sent people here. If any of them dared to retaliate, the powerful leader would appear and kill them, and with the strength of the Purple Moon, even the strongest of the rogue cultivators would not be able to fight against it. The Purple Moon actually wanted to use such a strong and bloody method to quell the situation. Everyone shuddered when they thought about it. The Purple Moon was very strong. With a raise of its hand, it could exterminate the entire city, it could kill all the rogue cultivators, and at that time there would be no one who could suppress it. The Purple Moon was shrouded in a layer of faint purple mist. Others could see his face, but Xianxia knew that he was a delicate and pretty man. Xianxia's forehead was dripping with sweat. This purple moon was not simple, but he was still able to remain calm, which made the purple moon admire him. Leader, quickly kill him and take away his divine blade. A disciple of the purple moon sect pointed at Xianxia and said with a sinister look in his eyes. Humph! Xianxia glared at the disciple of the Ziyu sect who spoke just now. Two beams of fiery light shot out from his eyes, piercing through the man's head. Xianxia's attack made him feel that it was very familiar. He felt that it was similar to the heart-piercing demon eye of the heavenly demon realm, but that was not the case. If it was a heart-piercing demon eye, then it would be even more terrifying. But even if it wasn't, he was still unable to stop Xianxia because that happened in an instant. You! The purple moon was enraged that there was actually someone who killed its disciple in front of him. This was undoubtedly a fierce slap on its face. Everyone gulped their saliva. Everyone knew that the purple mooness that descended from the heaven realm were different from the immortals who had just passed through the nirvana doom. They were all extremely powerful, comparable to the demon empress. Xianxia was simply not his match, yet Xianxia still dared to do such a bold thing to enrage him. The purple moon's fists trembled, purple chi surged. The previously cloudless sky was suddenly enveloped by the black clouds, and a purple moon floated above the purple moon's head, releasing a gloomy and terrifying killing intent. The purple moonlight shone down onto the city, and made the city seem as though it was enveloped in the light of death, causing the entire city to slightly tremble, and everyone present could hear the bone-chilling beasts roar. Xianxia's forehead was drenched in cold sweat. Using this technique, the purple moon could create many fierce and huge beasts. If they attacked the city, most of the people here would die. Are you going to destroy this city? An old man roared in the air. That's right, you are just a bunch of lowly insect ants. You actually want to resist us. You still dare to slander us as evil sects. Today I will massacre this place. And if anyone dares to call us Purple Moon Imperial Land anymore, I will annihilate them. The purple moon's words made everyone extremely angry, and they all fled. Dark clouds covered the sky densely, and purple lightning flickered. The round purple moon seemed to have a layer of blood energy, making it appear extremely terrifying. It shook the entire city to the point that it was surrounded by mountainous vicious beasts. I want to see all of you die slowly, haha. The sinister laughter of the purple moon caused everyone to feel cold. No one was its opponent, and he did not attack Xianxia either, standing right in front of him. Don't you have a green dragon demon-slain broadsword? I am an evil monster now. Come and kill me. The purple moon's voice was filled with ridicule. I will make you watch me kill these people bit by bit, and I will make them die miserably, but you won't be able to save them. You possess the green dragon demon-slain broadsword, but you cannot use this blade to kill demons. I will let the whole world know that you do not deserve to use this blade. The muscles on Xianxia's face twitched, but his eyes remained calm as he looked at the purple moon. The gigantic beasts had already approached the group of people, and everyone was blocked by a purple light screen. High in the sky, Gu Dongqin roared furiously as she frantically attacked the purple light barrier. Purple Moon Imperial Land. If you do this today, you will know how serious the consequences will be. Demon Empress, is there really no other way? Yao Shumi saw the Demon Empress' helpless face and asked anxiously. This enchantment is called the Blood Sacrifice Barrier. This fellow had paid a great price to release it. Unless it was the blood light, I wouldn't be able to break through it in a short period of time. The Demon Empress was also secretly trying to attack. When Gu Dongqin and the rest received the news, they immediately rushed over, but they were still a step too late. Purple Moon, if you kill the people inside, your Purple Moon Imperial Land won't be able to live for long. The Demon Empress said. Humph. Other than you, who else in Dtian can contend against me? Even if it's you, Demon Empress, you aren't completely confident in being able to kill me, right? What am I afraid of? Then, he continued to look at Xianxia as he smiled sinisterly. Xianxia, now you know that you aren't worthy of using Green Dragon Demon-Slain Broadsword, right? Hand over the divine blade and I will let these people live. Otherwise, I will let them die with you. Xianxia took a deep breath, then said calmly, "You're really ruthless. If the green dragon demon-slain broadsword fell into the hands of this purple moon, then their demon-charming association would be in trouble. With the purple moon's personality, it would definitely not be so easy to deal with. This is tens of thousands of lives. Didn't you save some of them before? Now, are you unwilling to save them for the sake of a blade?" The purple moon laughed wildly. At this moment, everyone knew that Xianxia had been forced into an extremely difficult situation. Everyone was thinking, what choice would they make if they were to face such a situation? What made everyone admire the most was that Xianxia remained calm and scary, but that was only showing a slightly angry expression on his face. The group of vicious beasts suddenly roared together. The deafening roars of 10,000 beasts made everyone tremble. They were about to kill these purple flame vicious beasts. There will definitely be people dying here today, but the ones who died were you and those little bastards behind you. Suddenly, a order badge appeared in Xianxia's hand. The order badge was engraved with many ancient spirit grains. It really was the Chaos Fire. When the Chaos Fire recognizes the Master, it will release the protective divine light. Those who are hit by the divine light will not be able to move for a short period of time. Xianxia previously used 2. He still has 5 he did not use. He used them to save them for when he was surrounded by many experts in the heaven realm. In his opinion, using a piece of chaos fire to kill only one expert was not worth it. Humph. Let's see what you can do. The purple moon did not think so. Xianxia frowned. He suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood on the order badge. Everyone was startled. They suspected that Xianxia was trying to commit suicide or self-destruct, but just as everyone was making all sorts of guesses, the chaos fire emitted a burst of silvery white light, and the people who were enveloped by the light were instantly all like stone statues, unable to move. I've said it before. There's only you and that little bastard behind you here. Xianxia's voice was cold. The slaughter god's hand overflowed with white light, causing his palm to turn into a sharp tiger claw, then fiercely stabbed into the purple moon imperial land's dantian, grabbing the purple heavenly pill from inside. The silver white light emitted by the chaos fire dispersed and the purple moon sat on the ground. A new blood hole appeared on its abdomen, and blood was flowing out of it. The originally white and tender him immediately turned into an old man. His old eyes filled with shock and fear. The heaven and earth returned to normal, but the heaven pellet in Xianxia's hands was especially glaring. The world became extremely quiet. Everyone found it unbelievable. Xianxia actually took out the purple moon's heaven pellet. Under the blazing sun, everyone shivered, and now Xianxia was even more terrifying in their eyes than the purple moon. The purple moon covered the bloody hole on its abdomen with its hands, but could not stop the blood from flowing out. Without a heaven core, he was also heavily injured, so anyone could kill him. What just happened? What's with that light? Did the purple moon lose just like that? Of course it's his heavenly core. It's said that after crossing through Nirvana Doom, he condensed his own energy into this kind of heavenly core, and once it's taken away, his cultivation would disappear, not to mention he would be taken out by such a barbaric method. I think he would be in pain at that moment. Xianxia laughed coldly and kept the heavenly core. That was a good thing, although it was forbidden. He did not fear that people would come and make things difficult for him. Purple Moon was originally a handsome and suave youth, but at this moment, he had turned into a skinny old man. He lost all signs of life, as if he could burp at any time. His old body suddenly trembled, and his face was filled with anger. With much difficulty, he raised an arm, pointed at Xianxia, and said with a trembling voice, "Idiot! Bastard, return my heaven pill. If you do this, the purple moon imperial land of the 9 heavens and 10 earth will not let you off. Quick! Give it back to me." Under everyone's gazes, Xianxia held onto the green dragon demon-slain broadsword tightly, and in a blink of an eye, he appeared in front of the purple moon, and with one slash, he cut the shriveled old man into 2. Humph! I asked for it. Xianxia snorted in disdain. Just as he was about to grab the storage ring, it suddenly flashed with a multicolored light and turned into a pile of dust. Xianxia just felt that it was a pity, and then he released a blazing fire, burning the leader into dust and scattered it all over the heaven thunder purgatory. He kept his green dragon demon-slain broadsword and jumped into the air. Stepping on his shrinking step, he quickly disappeared into the distance, disappearing from everyone's astonished gazes. Gu Dongchen sighed. Even though I knew that something shocking would happen, I never thought that the Purple Moon Imperial Land's leader would actually die. Moreover, it was killed by my junior master. He looked at the demon empress jade face that was still in a state of shock and laughed. Your luck is not bad. If you had the same intentions as before, you would have turned into a pile of powder. Yao Shumi said in a deep voice. This is troublesome. The purple moon he killed came from the heaven realm, and it is said that he is also an important figure among the heaven realm-s. I wonder, who else would the heaven realm send down? The little demon empress caught her breath and said, I may not be killed by him, but my poison is at the top of the entire sky demon realm. There are only a few people in the heaven realm who want to suppress my bets, and even some of the most powerful old fellows would have to avoid my poison for a bit. If Xianxia were to fight with me, even if he could kill me, he would definitely die from poison. Gu Dongchen suddenly started laughing out loud. Back then, beside the demon and devil sinkhole, their group of experts had been affected by the corrosion of the magical corruption gas, and they had been forced to stay put for a long time to defend themselves. But Xianxia had walked out from the source of the magical corruption gas, holding onto the green dragon demon-slain broadsword, and killed a large group of experts. Do you laugh? The little demon empress' elegant face revealed a trace of anger. She felt that Gu Dongchen was mocking her. Do you dare to take a walk in the demon and devil sinkhole? Back then this brat was beaten into the demon and devil sinkhole by Tai Yunhong, and he stayed there for a year or two, then walked up alive, can you? Gu Dongchen left with these words. She could not believe that such a thing had happened. Even the poison queen, her, had not dared to lightly touch the super-old poison, but Xianxia had stayed in that place for a very long time. Impenetrable's physique, this kind of physique was very rare, but there was still a person who could successfully cultivate it. The little demon empress was one of them, but the 100 poisons did not include the magical corruption gas. So many people that could resist the 100 poisons were unable to resist the magical corruption gas. It seems like Tai Yunhong died in his hands. The demon empress had also heard of Tai Yunhong. Tai Yunhong was a relatively important figure in the devil-suppressing divine palace. Xianxia distanced himself from the crowd and scolded, Purple Moon Imperial Land of Purple Moon Imperial Land is such a bastard. I would waste a piece of the chaos fire, and if I were to use it in Heaven Realm, I would be able to kill off even more elderly people in one go. However, I was forced to use up a piece of it just now. That old fart who killed 1,000 blades and took away his storage ring when he died, only leaving behind a heaven-breaking pill. If the dead Purple Moon knew that even after being killed by Xianxia, it was still looked down upon by Xianxia like how Xianxia killed chickens with a blade, it would definitely die with grievance. Xianxia had already merged with 3 Chaos Fire-S, so he did not feel any change. He could only control 3 Chaos Fire-S to attack at the same time. He had always been conflicted in his heart. He wanted to fuse all 7 Chaos Fire-S, but when the Chaos Fire accepted him as its master, the Divine Guardian Light was very powerful, for example, before it allowed him to pass through a huge crisis. Unless it was absolutely necessary, he would not use it. Now that there were only 4 Chaos Fire left, they were exceptionally precious to him. Little scoundrel, where are you going now? Long Shui asked. When are you going to give me another pill like that? Let's wait until I encounter a good beast. Forget about you. I really want to eat a few more pills right now. Xianxia ran on the ground as he took a long detour before he arrived at a canyon. Very soon, you'll know where I'm going. In the valley, a handsome young man dressed in white saw Xianxia coming over, and immediately walked over with a smile. Junior Master, you are really impressive just now, but now you have completely annoyed Purple Moon Imperial Land. I think they will quickly send some experts from Heaven Realm. Xianxia now truly had the appearance of a junior master, although he was young and had low cultivation, but his abilities were not small and had done many shocking things. Previously, Xianxia and Gu Dongchen had arranged to meet each other here. A lad. You have also become stronger. Xianxia laughed, then lowered his voice. Tell me about Purple Moon Imperial Lands territory, and bring Yun Xiaodao and the others over to find me. Also, at the same time, make a statement to the outside, saying that they violated Super Martial School's sectoral rules, and were expelled from Super Martial School. Gu Dongchen frowned. He thought of something very quickly, and his face creased like a bitter melon. Junior Master, you are not kind, you are digging a wall. It's fine if you dig secretly, but you actually want me to help you dig my own wall. This, Xianxia rolled his eyes. Forget it. Do you think that I didn't know that you would have thrown these hot potatoes at me earlier? I guess you're planning on asking for some sort of medicinal pill as compensation right now. Furthermore, as Xiao Chou and Teng Ying, these two non-human beings were getting stronger and stronger, they were getting fiercer and fiercer. When they heard that Xianxia was going against the Purple Moon Imperial Land, on the same night as well, they crippled an elder of a Purple Moon Imperial Land and did not care about face at all, and as long as they met a disciple of a Purple Moon Imperial Land, they would snatch them all away. They are your friends. I know that you have the idea to establish your own sect, so I can give them to you. I have carefully nurtured them for many years, so I want some compensation, Gu Dongchen said as he rubbed his hands, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Give me 1,000 relive Dan, 1,000 iron bone Dan, 3,009 quenching body Dan. Yes, and don't mention anything else. There are 10 relive DNS, 100 iron bone DNS, and 309 quenching body Dan. I'll give you one more chance to buy a lot of medicinal pills from me. Xianxia hurriedly cut him off and glared at him. A lad, you are usually so stingy, but now you are asking for something so haughtily. 1,000 relive DNS? Do you think that relive Dan can grow out of it like vegetables? I don't even have that many, Gu Dongchen said depressingly. There are too few relive DNS. 300 pills. If I don't have many relive Dan, you have so many experts from Super Martial School, and even Master, this old bastard, is supporting me. I still lack more relive Dan than you do. 30 of them. Xianxia's face was filled with disdain. This Gu Dongchen was obviously taking advantage of the situation. Fine, 30 pills, that's 30 pills. Is it better than nothing? Hand it over, Gu Dongchen said. Fight with one hand. Xianxia folded his arms across his chest and leaned against a huge boulder. I'll wait for you here. Hurry up and bring them over. Which ones do you want? Gu Dongchen asked. Xiao Dao, Dead Fatty, Old Xie, the Scholar, the Little Baldy, Teng Ying, Haishang, the Lay Brothers, and Xianxian. Xianxia thought about it and said, The Lay Brothers and an elder are out training. I don't know when they will return, but Haishang himself will go far away to train. As for Xianxian, she was the designated successor for junior sister, and in the future, she would become the leader's successor. She was with her junior sister now. Junior sister and Lu Menger are both here. Do you want to go and see them? Xianxia had already known from the beginning that Hua Xiangyue and Lu Menger were here, but he did not plan to go. He did not want to involve these two women in this matter, unless they grew stronger to a certain degree. All right then, bring those 6 bastards over. Xianxia nodded. Are there a lot of pills? Gu Dongchen was a little worried. You can't be left out. Xianxia kicked him. Hurry up. After Gu Dongchen left, he only took 2 hours to bring her back. When Yun Xiaodao saw Xianxia, he jumped down from the flying discs in midair. They all knew that the Dragon Subduing School was created by Xianxia, but they kept it to themselves and did not tell Gu Dongchen that this matter must be kept a secret. Now that the Dragon Subduing School had risen up so strongly, they were extremely excited and had been waiting for Xianxia to lead them into the sect. Haha, old pig, you've lost a lot of weight. Have you been through something painful recently? Saying it will make me happy. Xianxia laughed. Zhu Rong was indeed a bit thinner, but he still looked fat. He curled his lips and muttered a few words. Lian Mingdong's strength had risen the most obviously. His father was the island master of the Lotus Island. He did not know why he had suddenly received Lian Yingxiao's attention and obtained a lot of resources. XV Weilong was still the same. His eyes was still slanted and his entire person was cold. But when he saw Xianxia, he revealed a smile. Xiao Chou was the same as always. He always wanted to fight with this master when he saw Xianxia, but he was afraid of losing, as he could not see through Xianxia at the moment. Tengying and Xianxia had not known each other for long, but Xianxia had saved him before. Although Tengying was together with Yun Xiaodao and the others in the super martial school, he had become close with this group of people, and had gained a lot of understanding of Xianxia from their mouths. Yun Xiaodao grinned and laughed. Elder brother Xin, we have long hated that group of fellows from Purple Moon Imperial Land. We never thought that you would actually kill their boss. It is truly satisfying, Gu Dongchun said to Xianxia. Junior Marshal Uncle, I've brought the person. Where are the items? Xianxia took out the pills he had prepared and handed them over to Gu Dongchun. Seeing that, Zhu Rong's face immediately became unwell, and he shouted, What are you doing? Leader, you actually sold us out? Damn it. How can we just casually buy and sell it? Yun Xiaodao was very excited. He anxiously asked, What's the price? Gu Dongchun swept his eyes across them. Don't expect yourselves to sell very high. The 6 of you are only worth 30 relived danis. Younger brother Xin, you are not kind. On average, each of us is only worth 5 relived dan. My value should far exceed this number. Zhu Rong was unconvinced. At least 100 relived dan. Yun Xiaodao nodded in agreement. We're not really worth it. It's only this little. XV Weilong, Lian Mingdong and Tengying, on the other hand, did not say anything. Xiao Chou pinched his nose. Master, in your eyes, I'm only worth 5 relived dan. Xianxia looked at them speechlessly. This guy originally wanted 1,000 relived dan, but I didn't have one, so I gave him 30 of them, and 100 and 300. But since he said that, a lad had long wanted to kick them towards me. Right now, he only wants to ask for my compensation. Yun Xiaodao and Zhu Rong immediately glared angrily at Gu Dongchun, who laughed dryly. All right, we'll cooperate happily. You guys be careful, this is the Heaven Thunder Purgatory, and there are many other dangerous ones as well. Don't die. Then, Gu Dongchun left under the gazes full of disdain from Yun Xiaodao and the others. After Gu Dongchun left, just as Yun Xiaodao and the others were about to ask about the Dragon Subduing School, Xianxia hastily stopped them, then shouted towards the sky, Elder Duan, stop hiding. I know you're here. He only heard Duan Chong releasing a burst of clear laughter, but when he appeared, his face was filled with shock. He did not expect Xianxia to be able to discover him. Of course, what surprised him the most was Xianxia killing the Purple Moon, because even he found it difficult to accomplish this. Good boy, you're really strong. It seems like my previous worries were unnecessary. Duan Sanchong did not ask Xianxia what the order badge was. He knew it was Xianxia's trump card. He would definitely not speak carelessly. Xianxia smiled and said, If I had not intervened at that time, would Elder Duan have come out to save me? Duan Chong shook his head. When the Demon Empress and I join hands, it would take at least an hour to break that fellow's blood sacrifice barrier. I can only think of a way to prevent you from getting killed. From the conversation between Yun Xiaodao and the others, they knew that Duan Chong was very powerful, so they did not interrupt him. Old man Duan, these are my friends. I hope you can give them some pointers. It's best if they come and go without a trace like your Duan clan's tomb robbers. Xianxia laughed. It was actually a member of the Duan clan. This caused Zhu Rong and the others to be shocked. The Duan clan's old man was extremely powerful. If not, many great powers would not dare to make a move against their small group of a dozen or so people. This won't do. Our Duan clan's secret arts cannot be spread out. Duan Chong shook his head. Because of the things this 10 Heavens Supreme Lord passed down to us all those years ago, he had instructed us not to spread it to anyone. Xianxia thought for a while, then asked, Elder Duan, have you heard of the Iron Lion Army? Of course we have. Almost every ancient power's ancient book has recorded this army of God. Their ancestors and our ancestors were sworn brothers of Jinlan, but they weren't as lucky as us. They have already suffered a terrifying curse, so they should have all died tragically. Duan Chong sighed. They are not dead. They are working for me. However, Their curse has not been removed, Xianxia immediately said. As expected, the relationship between the Duan clan's Earth's core race S was not ordinary. Duanchong immediately became excited. Is what you said true? Where are they? Xianxia laughed. They are at the bottom of Evil Dragon Graveyard. Evil Dragon Graveyard is a dragon vein. I found them there. What? Duanchong's eyes opened. His body fiercely shivered. He was extremely shocked. Yun Xiaodao and the others also listened quietly. They were very curious about how Xianxia had obtained the dragon fountain. Initially, when they heard that there was a dragon subduing school in the Evil Dragon Graveyard, they were very excited, and they knew that the dragon subduing school would become a very powerful sect in the future. How did you get the dragon fountain? Duanchong didn't dare be sure right now. He wanted to hear what had happened. Imperial crystal, Xianxia said. At that time when I went in, because I had an imperial crystal, fusing with the dragon pearl was very easy. Afterwards, Xianxia explained the situation of the dragon vein underground, the naturally formed majestic dragon underground, and the Earth's core race's godly work. Yun Xiaodao and the others were amazed. Duanchong was sure that what Xianxia said was true, because he only found out about these things after being in the Duan clan for many years, and Xianxia knew it more than him. In that case, the Iron Lion army has already followed you. Well, I'll teach these kids. Duanchong's face became serious, and said to Xianxia, My Duan clan still cannot follow you, because we need to gather all of that history. That is a very important matter, otherwise, our Duan clan would not make such a huge sacrifice, and this would be beneficial to you in the future. Xianxia nodded. Chongzi will follow me. Duanchong swept his gaze across Yun Xiaodao and the others. Then he squinted his eyes as his face revealed a trace of a smile. These are all pretty good seedlings. The great strength race is not bad too. As for these brats, although they do not have any special bloodline inheritances, their body's foundation is not bad, and there's a lot of room for improvement in the future. Just as Yun Xiaodao and the others were feeling complacent, Duanchong's face darkened and became a little sinister. Although your aptitudes are good, that does not mean that your aptitudes can be very good. I think your current foundation is not solid enough, so I have to properly fix it for you, otherwise you will waste this good skin. The corner of Zhu Rong's eyebrows twitched, and he forcefully smiled. Back then, that's what the old lunatic said as well. Then we got into trouble. Let me tell you, the elders of the Dragon Subduing School are all very strong. If you guys don't work hard, you won't be able to become elders. Xianxia gave them some stimulation. Old senior, come at me. What have I not experienced in great strength race before? Xiao Chou was not afraid at all. He raised his head and puffed up his chest, his bald head shining as he looked very proud and arrogant. Duanchong laughed sinisterly. At that time, a few of the more highly regarded members of our Duan clan also said the same thing, but in the end, they were still made to cry by me. Come with me. I will take you to a good place. Once you get there, you will know the difference between you and others. Xianxia and the others followed Duanchong and ran for 3 days and 3 nights, until they arrived beside a pool. This pool was located in a very special place, and was located in a large mountain. The pool was at the top of a short mountain. Right here? Don't tell me you want us to close our eyes and cultivate in the deep water? We've already done it. Xiao Chou was a little disappointed. Xianxia looked at the pool carefully. The pool was not big, it was about 100 meters wide and it was clear. There was nothing wrong with it. This is called Thunder Pond, you will know when you get down there. This is a good place especially for body strengthening. Our Duan clan's secret arts can only be learned by someone with a good body, but you guys are still lacking a little. Duanchong laughed. Yun Xiaodao took off his jacket. How powerful is it? After he finished speaking, he jumped down. The moment he touched the water, he suddenly let out a blood-curdling screech, and like a live fish falling into a hot pot, he jumped out. His entire body was charred black by the electricity. We can train your bodies here, train your ability to control the innate qi, and control your qi, Duanchong said as he jumped into the pool of water and immersed himself in the water, leaving only his head exposed. Yun Xiaodao trembled when he saw this. He almost died just by touching it. Yet this old fellow was still soaking in it. Xianxia patted Xiaochao's head and laughed. Little Baldy, it's your turn to go down. Didn't you say earlier that you aren't afraid of the heavens or the earth? At this time, Tengying had already walked down. Right after he went down, he let out a loud roar that seemed to be able to tear apart the sky, but like before, he still followed Duanchang's example and soaked himself in the water. Only his head was exposed, but his face was filled with pain. The Kylan Thunder Eagle's body was the strongest amongst their group, but it was already like this, causing Zhu Rong's scalp to go numb. Yun Xiaodao looked at his body full of fat and couldn't help but laugh. Xiao Chou followed after Tengying and just met him. He immediately roared out in pain, but he clenched his teeth and soaked in the water. But at this time, Tengying was already unable to say anything, and jumped out from the water. After that was 15 Weilong. His endurance made many people surprised, and he did not make a sound, frowning as he soaked in the water for a while before coming up again. On the other hand, Lian Mingdong had only made a series of low sounds, which were all better than Yun Xiaodao's. Of course, Yun Xiaodao had jumped down in one breath. He wasn't prepared at all, but they had all walked down slowly, so they weren't in a sorry state like Yun Xiaodao. Damned pig, it's your turn. You don't have to be afraid. This dead pig isn't afraid of boiling water. This thunder pond shouldn't be able to do anything to you. Yun Xiaodao laughed. Those who had come down from the thunder pond all felt a shadow in their hearts. Right now, they were all waiting at the side for Zhu Rong to make a fool of himself. Old Zhu, you can leave now. Those who can't die, at most, will just live a life worse than death. Xiao Chou laughed. However, when he thought about how he had been trapped in Thunder Pond for a short while, he felt an incomparable amount of fear. Zhu Rong snorted. You guys underestimate me a bit too much. Why don't we compete and go down together to see who stays down there for a long time, and win in the end? Then you guys will give me 100 million spar, and if one of you is the last one up, I will also give you 100 million spar. Zhu Rong glanced at Xianxia. Including Xianxia. This guy has too many variables. Yo, you miserly pig. You actually dare to bet 100 million spar? Are you crazy? Yun Xiaodao's face was filled with surprise. Usually you're timid and stingy, but now it doesn't seem like you. Zhu Rong said. That's only because you think that when I was with you, I did not attack? Don't talk about this. Do you dare to play now? You have all gone down there before. You know how powerful this pond is, so you should be able to prepare in advance. Xianxia watched with interest from the side and laughed. Are you guys afraid of old Zhu? What's there to be afraid of? 100 million. That's it. Yun Xiaodao was unwilling to accept this. Come on. I want to see how you'll beat me. Xiao Chou also agreed. Zhu Rong looked at 15 Weilong, Lian Mingdong and Tengying, and laughed. It's only fun if there are more people. Furthermore, all of you were to perform well earlier. Don't you want to gamble? If I win, I would earn 500 million spar, which is much more worthwhile than helping Wu Qianqian search for medicinal ingredients. Lian Mingdong shook his head and laughed. All right. I also want to see why you are so confident. XV Weilong nodded, indicating that he would participate. This is my first bet. I have to win. Don't go back on your words. Tengying smiled slightly and said with complete confidence. Duanchong, who was soaking in the lightning pool, thought that it was very interesting and laughed. I will be the notary. If anyone dares to act shamelessly, I will push their head down and bury them under this thunder pond. Head down? What would that feel like? When these people thought of this, they shuddered in fear. 1, 2, 3. Come down, Duanchong shouted. Zhu Rong and the others anxiously went down from the thunder pond, and just as they went down, the small knife started howling frantically. Tengying released waves after waves of eagle-like roars. His entire body shivered, and he roared out loud. XV Weilong and Lian Mingdong shut their eyes tightly, the muscles on their faces twitching frantically. They were enduring the immense pain. Only Zhu Rong, that bastard, had no expression at all, as if he was bathing in hot water normally. When Yun Xiaodao and the others saw how relaxed Zhu Rong was, they shouted even more loudly. Are you guys unable to hold on? Haha, the spar is mine now. Zhu Rong let out a very powerful laugh. Xianxia was using his divine power to inspect Zhu Rong's body, but he did not find anything abnormal with Zhu Rong's body, which caused him to be extremely shocked. It seemed like Zhu Rong was not affected by the Thunder Pond, which made it hard for him to understand. Yun Xiaodao and Xiao Chou wanted to curse out loud, because they had been tricked by Zhu Rong, but they couldn't give up now, so they could only continue to curse. They couldn't even speak, and could only scream in pain while enduring. He was very clear how terrifying this Thunder Pond was. When he first came down here, his reaction was similar to Yun Xiaodao and the rest's, but this fat guy who was covered in meat was actually smiling merrily as he soaked in the water, and was even washing the fat on his body. What made him angry was that he was humming a very light song. After more than an hour, 5 hot people whose bodies were completely charred laid on the shore. Tang Ying was a Kylan Thunder Eagle, but he had been turned into charcoal by the mysterious lightning power of the Thunder Pond. But his grade was not bad. He lasted for almost an hour, while Yun Xiaodao and Lian Mingdong were the fastest, and could not hold on for more than an hour. What surprised Chen Xiang was that XV Weilong was able to hold on longer than the Great Strength Race. For about an hour, and Xiao Chou arrived earlier. Zhu Rong was even weirder. He was still soaking in the water, but he was not as relaxed as he was before. An hour ago, he was shivering all over, but now his face was filled with pain, and his expression was ugly. Little fatty, your physique is very special. How did you cultivate it? You actually managed to cultivate an energy protection layer inside your body, so your energy protection layer should have been broken by the Thunder Pond. Duan Chong observed for a long time before he realized this. Because he is too fat, his skin is thick, so there is enough room for a very powerful energy defense membrane. It seems that he also trained here after a lot of training, which can make up for the deficiencies in his body. He is fatter than others, but the defense of his body is not weaker than others. Chen Xiang said. After observing for more than 2 hours, he had seen quite a few things. This damn pig. It's actually hiding such a move. Yun Xiaodao was very unhappy. He was the first to come up, and even though he had recovered quite a bit, he did not dare to go down for at least the next 2 days. Zhu Rong did not last long. When he did not let out a scream like a pig being butchered, he walked over and smiled at the people lying on the ground. I won, haha! Yun Xiaodao suddenly jumped up from the ground and kicked towards Zhu Rong's stomach. Originally, he wanted to kick Zhu Rong down Lei Tang, but who knew that Zhu Rong would react quickly by grabbing his ankle, turning around and throwing him into the Thunder Pond. Little Yun, don't underestimate this fatty. I am very strong. Zhu Rong laughed sinisterly. Damn pig. You actually hid your strength so deeply, Xiao Chou muttered. If you don't hide it so deeply, what will happen if you, the battle maniac, pester me all day long? It's exhausting. Besides, I'm not battle type. I'm intelligent, so I can just use my brain. When Chen Xiang came to the side of Thunder Pond, everyone was looking at him. They really wanted to know how Chen Xiang performed in the Thunder Pond. Duan Chong said, I can only soak in this place for a month at the most, and this Thunder Pond is very deep. I have dived into it before, but I did not reach the bottom. Chen Xiang was suddenly curious about the bottom of the Thunder Pond. The fact that the Thunder Pond had such a terrifying thunder power meant that there was something affecting them from the depths. My guess is that Elder Brother Shin can last for 6 hours. Yun Xiaodao's body was very terrifying, and they had not seen Chen Xiang fight with anyone for many years, so they could not estimate Chen Xiang's true strength. Then I'll go down and take a look. Chen Xiang took off his clothes, wore only a pair of shorts, fiercely jumped into the Thunder Pond, and directly dived down, and then, it never floated back up, just like jumping into an ordinary pond. He really is a pervert. Zhu Rong opened his mouth wide in shock. He is indeed a little monster. I can't believe he wasn't affected at all and directly dived into the ground. I couldn't have done it back then. Duan Chong was the most shocked, because he knew what kind of pain it would bring to insert one's head into the Thunder Pond. But Chen Xiang seemed to be fine. Lian Mingdong asked, Elder Duan, what would happen if you were to immerse your head in Thunder Pond? That is a very dangerous thing to do. Wait until your bodies can be soaked in Thunder Pond for 3 days and 3 nights. Then I will dare to let you guys go down to practice. In other words, seal your entire body and prevent any kind of energy from invading into your body, and also prevent any kind of chi from leaking out. This will last for a long time. When you all can soak in the Thunder Pond for 10 days straight, the energy that you all have concealed yourselves within will reach a very high level. It will be difficult even for me to discover you all. As for the physical body and the innate chi, they will also receive extreme tempering. If you can immerse your head in the water, it will temper your sea of consciousness. Once you guys have completed your basics, learning our Duan clan's secret techniques will be twice the result with half the effort. You can start a ruckus with Xianxia. The dragon subduing school that Yun Xiaodao and the others had created were not simple, and the enemies that Xianxia had provoked were all powerful forces in the land. As Xianxia's friends, as members of the dragon subduing school, they had to be extremely strong. Duan Chong looked at the 6 youths lying on the shore, and his heart was filled with mixed emotions. It was because 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord had friends who dared to poke the heavens. That was why he agreed to help Chunxiang cultivate them. Zhu Rong and the rest had rested for a day. Even though their bodies were still in pain, they had still jumped into Thunder Pond. But Chunxiang had dived for a day, and there was no news at all. After Chunxiang jumped down the Thunder Pond, he had been diving deeper into the ground. When he came down, he was attacked by extremely strong lightning. However, his body was strong, he had Yulong blood, and he had experienced all kinds of painful tempering over the years, so his endurance was very strong. Being soaked in Thunder Pond's water until the head, his consciousness would be attacked very strongly. But Chan Xiang's cultivation of his soul, which was able to refine the divine sense C, this kind of attack was useless against him. At most it would make his head hurt a little. He had been diving for 2 days, and the closer he got to the bottom, the stronger the thunder attacks became. Moreover, the thick power of thunder also formed a massive pressure that pressed down on his body from all directions. I had only been diving for 2 days. The bottom is bottomless, and the bottom is terrifying. Especially when I reach a certain place, there will be a great resistance. I have tried many times, but to no avail. Duan Chong sat on the shore and muttered as he looked at the Thunder Pond with a worried expression. And the others were already fast asleep. Being tossed around in Thunder Pond was incredibly difficult for them, as both their spirit and body would be honed to the extreme. Now that they were exhausted, they fell asleep immediately, not hearing Duan Chong's words. At night, Duan Chong looked at the twinkling stars in the sky and sighed. I have already searched through the places that Heaven Thunder Purgatory could explore, but I have not been able to find that thing. Now that the Heaven Thunder Purgatory's enchantment is getting weaker and weaker, many people can enter. But where were the remains of that war? Did the 10 Heavens Supreme Lord leave that thing behind? Where did those sky demons come from, and what is the Ghost Sage? Then, he looked at Thunder Pond. What is hidden in the depths of this Thunder Pond? I really have lived in this place for so long, yet I actually know nothing about these things. Chun Xiang had already arrived at the resistance Duan Chong spoke of. There was indeed a very strange power blocking his descent, making him feel as if he had reached the bottom. However, if one looked closely, that was only a transparent barrier. It was just that it was very difficult to break through. This barrier was very special. Water could freely pass through it, and thunder power could also pass through, but humans could not. It's a very familiar feeling. Could it be that one? Chun Xiang asked doubtfully. That's right, as long as we can pass through, we will be able to enter a chaotic space. You have met them before at the bottom of the demon and devil sinkhole. The reason for the appearance of this chaotic space is most likely because the energy is too strong. It will not weaken in the long run and will eventually take shape in your own body. If you go over there, you must be prepared to not return, Long Shui said. Back then, Chun Xiang had encountered this kind of situation when he was still at the bottom of demon and devil sinkhole. I have to go take a look. Duan Chong has been searching for so long, but he still couldn't find the celestial slain method. He also said that he could not go down any further. Who knows, maybe celestial slain method is hidden underneath. When he needed to look for the other scattered heaven-earth killing method S, he could tell from the strange feeling produced by the ground killing that he was cultivating, not to mention something like the chaotic space below. Back then, a lot of things like this had appeared under the demon and devil sinkhole. Xianxia took out the Luotian gate, took out the spatial origin orb again, and poured a very powerful spatial energy into the Luotian gate. In the depths of this lightning, terrifying thunder pond, he opened a spatial door, allowing him to pass through the transparent barrier. When he left his original position, he placed a very large glowing rock. He went through the barrier and swam towards the rock, but the further he swam, the further away he went from the glowing rock. Going forward was going backwards, and going left could mean going left or going right. Going right could mean going in another direction, but there wouldn't be a single direction that could lead him back to his original location. Right now, Xianxia could only continue to explore deeper. Only then would he be able to find the source of energy to create this chaotic space. As long as he destroyed this place, he would be able to go out. The same thing happened last time in the demon and devil sinkhole. The chaotic dimension was very special. Originally, it was only 100 steps, but you had to walk 1,000 steps and 10,000 steps to complete it. I'm too strong. I need to use the profound wood diamond armor. Otherwise, I won't be able to continue staying here. Right now, Xianxia could not support it with only his flesh body, so he had no choice but to release profound wood diamond armor, allowing him to continue. Xianxia had not come up for a few days, and this Duanchong was extremely worried. Then he went down and let Yun Xiaodao and the others cultivate on their own. Duanchong spent about 2 days to reach the location of the barrier. He only saw a glowing stone person with words engraved on it. Elder Duan, please don't worry, I'm fine. Xianxia knew that he had been trapped in this chaotic space for a long time. Duanchong must have returned. After Duanchong got up there, he told this matter to Yun Xiaodao and the others. I never thought that the elder brother Xin would be able to pass through that barrier. As long as he comes up, we'll know the secret below, Yun Xiaodao said. Duanchong nodded. He was also very interested to know what kind of major discovery Xianxia would make, and he felt that inside this heaven thunder purgatory, this thunder pond was the most mysterious place, and also the place where he was unable to delve into. If he chose the wrong one, he would swim below for a year or two, and perhaps return to his original position. Fortunately, he had a strong divine power, allowing him to carefully observe the changes in space, and from there, find the right direction to go forward. However, he still needed a long time to figure out what was going on. In the blink of an eye, Yun Xiaodao and the others had been cultivating in the thunder pond for over a month. I can already persevere for 1 day, continue to work hard, and it would be best if I can reach my desired goal before the 3 realms talk you all mentioned earlier. Duanchong was together with Yun Xiaodao and the others, listening to their narration of what had happened outside. Right now, he understood Xianxia a lot, and was extremely surprised by the things that Xianxia had done. Elder Duan, what kind of thing is the Heaven Devil King that Xianxia killed? Is there a lot of this stuff here? Yun Xiaodao had heard that the Heaven Devil King was able to intimidate outstanding talents, and even people of the Demon Empress level did not dare to contend against him. But they were actually killed by Xianxia. I don't know what it is either. There aren't many of these here, but it's just the number of sovereign kings is very few. If it's the lesser sky demons, then there are still a lot of them. Duanchong said, don't worry too much about these sky demons. What's worth noting is that guy called Ghost Sage. When I was fighting with the Purple Moon back then, this bastard suddenly ran out and got attacked by us. This damned place really has many secrets, but the resources here are very abundant, Zhu Rong said. He raised his head to look at the blue sky. His face was filled with worry. He was worried that a ghost sage would suddenly appear. You don't have to stay here forever. What are you afraid of? I still do not know how long I will be trapped here, but I have yet to figure out the reason behind the Heaven Thunder Purgatory's barrier becoming weak. According to the way this Heaven Thunder Purgatory operates, it will take me at least 10,000 years to become weak. When I first came in that year, I still did not show any signs of weakening. Duanchong was also extremely worried. I was worried that a few terrifying things would grow up here. This was the last big battle that 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord led all his subordinates into, and it was also the battle to end the 10 Heaven's Supreme Lord's empire. Tang Ying said, but it doesn't look like a war has happened here. The Great Devil Mountains was the site of the Human-Demon War back then, and there are traces that would not be erased. Lian Mingdong said, That's right. This is more like a resource-rich fairyland. Even though there are a few beasts and things like that, but we have not encountered anything life-threatening. I wonder how Xianxia is doing down there. I can only wait for him to come up and see if he has any clues. XV Weilong said. Will anything happen to Master? Xiao Chou was extremely worried. Duan Chong laughed. Don't worry. Xianxia will be fine. This brat is much stronger than we have imagined. It's not like you guys don't know about him killing Purple Moon. It wouldn't be easy for me to kill that guy. Xianxia would definitely be fine, but he would be lost in that chaotic space, which was even scarier and more complicated than the one he met in Demon and Devil Sinkhole last time. Inside this space, the direction would change randomly and without any pattern, so he no longer knew where he was in this space, and he was also far away from that shiny rock. What was even worse was that he was tortured by the rich thunder power down there. This energy could seep into people like his profound wood diamond armor, and although it did not have much of an impact, it made him feel very uncomfortable. In the dark blue sky, a black cloud suddenly floated over. The black cloud churned up, surging with waves of tyrannical evil chi. However, at this time, a powerful force shook the entire heaven thunder purgatory. Duan Chong fiercely leapt into the air, his expression solemn as he stared into the distance. What's going on? The evil chi is too terrifying. The Great Devil Mountains is nothing compared to this place. I am afraid only the magical corruption gas of the Demon and Devil Sinkhole can suppress the evil chi. Zhu Rong said in shock. The endless evil energy in the air was strange and powerful, making people restless. Moreover, the wave of energy that had just swept through made people's bodies tremble. Duan Chong descended from the sky and said with a frown, "The hole you guys made safely and has closed, and that power just now was the spatial shockwave that erupted when it closed. It looks like you guys have been trapped in this heaven thunder purgatory for many years. Ah, could it be that heaven thunder purgatory's purgatory is about to open?" Yun Xiaodao exclaimed. "Didn't we learn the demon subduing fist art? Since I can use it, I might as well." XV Weilong said. "It looks like the Sky Demon Army is coming. Cultivation has ended now. Although it has only been a short period of 1 month, you have all improved greatly. It's time to fight in actual combat. I will teach you the Duan clan's secret techniques in actual combat," Duan Chong said, which made Xiao Chou excited. "I originally thought that it would be used to beat up Purple Moon Imperial Land, but it's not bad if I can beat up some sky demons now." Zhu Rong laughed. They were not really worried. "Let's go." Duan Chong took the lead and led the few youths, and flew towards the direction with the densest amount of evil energy. On the other hand, Gu Dongqin, Lian Yingxiao, and the other Qin martial continent S were gathered together. When Lian Yingxiao saw Gu Dongqin, he immediately asked, "Brother Gu, what about my son?" "Leave it to Xianxia. I don't know where they are either," Gu Dongqin said. "What?" Lian Yingxiao was a little anxious. "This time it's over. Ming Dong will definitely be damaged." Lu Menger and Hua Xiangyue were also present. They did not ask Chen Xiang much, but they were still a little worried. This was because Chen Xiang had killed the Purple Moon, and they had also received the news that the Purple Moon Imperial Land had sent several strong people down here in order to suppress Chen Xiang. Gu Dongqin looked at the black cloud in the sky and said, "The exit to the Heaven Thunder Purgatory is sealed, so this thing should be the Sky Demon Army. We are not those ancient powers, and are far weaker than them. Now that we are going to join forces, I suggest that everyone give up on mining spar and gather in a place where we can attack and defend." Lian Mingdong, Hua Xiangyue, and Lu Menger all nodded in agreement. As long as they kept their guard up and the Sky Demon Army could not attack, they would choose those ancient powers. Then everyone should hurry up and take action. "I've already chosen the location," Gu Dongqin said.